year in that locker room because of those moments?
When your general is fighting through stuff, it gives you a little extra hump, to fight through or to get it done. He's standing tall in the pocket. He know what he needs to do, and he's leading us. So.
Let me talk my shit again. What it do? This is the Talk My Shit Again podcast, and I am your humbly hostile host, Cassius Cliff. How we feeling today, y'all? I know how Eagles fans are feeling, but how is everybody else feeling? Dolphins fans, haters wherever you are, close or far. How we feeling? I think it's pretty evident and pretty obvious how I'm feeling. We 6-1. Now, I don't know if there's a lot of people out there doubting us or that were expecting a show and fireworks. I'm here to tell you that it was. And really, before we get into any content, let me thank all, the people that are liking, sharing, subscribing. Continue to do that. It's definitely appreciated. Yeah, bro. Let's go and get into this. If you didn't know what happened last night, Sunday night primetime in Philly, you see this flag behind me, you see this jersey right now. We was wearing the Kelly green, and boy, did they look nice. And this scoreboard looks even nicer. 31-17. Now, I do have to apologize. I gotta apologize to Dolphins fans. I led y'all astray. I hoodwinked y'all, and I definitely bamboozled y'all. I led y'all to believe that y'all were better than what y'all actually are. Sure. You should take records seriously, because that's what I believe. But I led y'all to believe that y'all could compete with us. This scoreboard says very differently. Very differently. I mean, you got Dolphins fans going bonkers.
Yard. And he did it again! They fucking yard. And he did it again! They fucking, it's 100%!
If you didn't understand what was happening right there, he's complaining because, like a lot of other fans are complaining, the brotherly shove is an unfair advantage. I think at that point Jalen was 7 for 7 on those plays. He scored one, you know what I'm saying? We were getting a lot of first downs with it. And he was complaining because he felt like it's not a football play. And I'm here to tell you, now, no, we do not care about your opinion because you're not a part of the NFLPA or whoever decides whether or not that play is legal. This play's been around for a long time. And really, the unfair advantage, it lies right here. That is my quarterback, Jalen Hurts, number one. And that is not CGI. This is not a short film that was used to, sell t-shirts or whatever. This is him in college. Squatting 600 pounds. Hey, if you feel like that's not the reason why we're able to convert on that play, again, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to inform you. You're very wrong. You're very wrong. And really, Jalen did his thing yesterday. The team did their thing. Both phases. Special teams, clearly, we need to improve on that still. But when you're talking about going against the number one offense in Miami, both teams were 5-1 going into this game. And you saw the scoreboard, 31-17. And we spot these boys 10 points. So that offense really had one good drive, and they only put up 7 points. Because that field goal, that was off a turnover by Jalen, which he needs to clean up. Definitely need to clean that up. Both of those points from the field goal as well as a pick six, those are from turnovers from Jalen. Got to clean that up. But on Victory Monday, we don't bash our quarterback. We're going to hold him accountable, obviously. But we're going to enjoy this win because a fair amount of people did not have us winning yesterday. And if they did, they had us winning close. I'm included, which is why I'm holding myself accountable. My apologies. I should have told y'all we was going to spank y'all on primetime, given that y'all haven't played anybody, and we clearly are for real. let's get into a little bit of content. And I did mention him. Jalen did have a day yesterday where he did turn the ball over twice. But when I tell you, when it comes down to a franchise quarterback who people still have questions about, going through adversity throughout the entire season, even being hurt and limping throughout the game, you heard AJ talk about it, and he still bounced back and led us to a 31-17 victory in front of the home crowd. I mean, plays like this, even though it was well designed and it was tight end day, so shout out to Dallas Goedert. You got to make a great pass. You got to you got to move the chains. And really, we was humming on this entire drive. So yes, this was a great play design. But this is just like beginning stages of what came to pass throughout this game. And really why I feel like Jalen did a pretty good job considering those 2 turnovers. I feel like he still had a pretty good game. That may be the homer in me, but that's just me being honest with myself. And really, the man had 279 yards in the air, 2 touchdowns, 1 rushing. That's solid if you ask me. Why do I feel like he had a great game? Right here. This is a critical point in the game. You see AJ being held, and AJ is a freaking dog, if you wasn't aware, on a historical pace. And I've been telling y'all this. But Kenny Gainwell's in the play right here. He completely whiffs on the passing block on this play right here. He's supposed to pick up the blitz. He missed it. But what did Jalen do? What did Jalen do? He stands tall, delivers an absolute dot to AJ in double coverage. We moved the chains, red zone. And that pretty much put the game away. Pretty much put the game away. And really, again, this is why I said Jalen may not be having the best year, but when it comes down to a quarterback that can bounce back, a team that can bounce back after the loss that we took last week, this is why I got faith in number 1, and it's never going to waver, especially at this point. Because right here, after we had a critical stop from the defense, who had a great day, and we're going to get to that in a little bit, we moved down, we just, go down the field, we score. AJ just puts on another phenomenal performance. He moves 2 young boys out the way, what it looks like, and scores a touchdown. That's how you move the chains. That's how you put up points in the red zone. We definitely been needing to do that all year. It was dope to see it yesterday because, again, I felt like it was time for us to put on the show on prime time, and we did that last night. Clearly, the lights were bright. Wasn't too bright for us. We ain't talking about Miami. We really talking about us, even though they played against us, but we needed to show up. We need to put on a show, and that's what we did. Now, I did mention the defense, and really that's where I felt like this game was won. The defense had a phenomenal performance yesterday. I mean, you have rookies showing up across the board. Nolan Smith, Eli Ricks, Jalen Carter, Sidney Brown. Like, this is a sack by Nolan Smith. They was banged up on the offensive line, but when you got a guy that's drafted in the first round, and really you just need to show up and put some stats on the board. Clearly it's not about stats, but him having a sack when we're up by this many points, and really they still ended up scoring on this drive. But you need to see these guys stack up great plays in order to build when it comes to the playoffs and really throughout the career. Stack those great plays early in your career and really in the season, so that you can actually look back on this when it comes to critical points later down the line. This was just dope to see from Nolan Smith. Super proud of that. I've been mentioning him all year. The defensive rookie campaign for him is only getting better. Yeah, he didn't get a sack yesterday. He did have a tackle for loss, though. And this is just right here why I feel like he's a shoo-in for the award, bro. Like, you cannot stop him one-on-one. You just can't. We was putting pressure on Tua for most of the night. If he couldn't go to Tyreek, he could barely go to, even though Waddle had 6 catches for 63 yards, his impact was virtually non-existent. He was also hurt a little bit. But when I first saw if we could stop the run, which we did, most only had 45 yards on the ground. Given that they're number 1 passing, number 1 rushing, we completely shut out the running game. One-phase football is my favorite kind of phase of football. Or my favorite kind of football, especially on the defensive end. It was Tyreek or bust, and what did we do? Folded them up like origami. real quick. Well, not necessarily real quick. We was up early, let him get back in, but you saw what happened in the end. You saw what happened. And I did mention a second ago, Eli Ricks. Sure, we're up by 2 scores right here. But that's Tyreek Hill. Make no mistake about it. He did have 88 yards and a touchdown. And this is a critical fourth down and 10. And I don't necessarily believe this was a great call by either Mike McDaniels or whoever's calling plays over there. But going against Tyreek Hill and you being a rookie, you got to show up on this play, and that's exactly what he did. Great stop. Great stop by the rookie. And really, the defense showed up all game. They only allowed 7 points. That's all they did against the number 1 offense in the league, averaging over 30. They allowed 7. If you want to be real, they allowed 7, even though they put up 17. They did their thing yesterday. Now, if you're aware, they did have 10 penalties last night, Miami, where we had 0, and there was a couple calls that was missed. That one on Bradbury that was missed. But you're talking about a disciplined team versus a team that's not so disciplined. That's probably why you saw it so lopsided when it came to these calls. If you're looking at this play right here, pay attention. We're only up by 7 right here. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We got the ball. It's 3rd and 4. Even though we put up 99 yards on the ground, we wasn't really killing the running game like I thought we might have. And Gainwell, even though he had a touchdown yesterday, I don't feel like he had the best carries. This play right here, low-key, to me, is why I feel like he hasn't been having the best season, really, why we should just be giving the bulk of the carries to DeAndre Swift. But if you notice, again, 3rd and 4, fourth quarter, 6 minutes. What do? They're offsides. It's 3rd and 4. From the offsides call, that's a first down. This is a 5-yard penalty. And low-key, this is what they've been doing all night. They were making dumb penalties. So the people are complaining that the refs gave us a dub, they weren't calling anything on us. Y'all need to go rewatch this game, because there were several dumb penalties by the Miami Dolphins, which is why, alongside with what A.J. Brown was doing and Jalen being able to bounce back, why this game wasn't really close. It shouldn't have been close at any point. We was up 17-3, and they came back in the game, but it should have never been close. Obviously, turnovers are a part of that issue. I'm still confident we're going to clean that up. I'm very confident. And that's what I've been trying to tell people all season. We're really not built like the rest of these teams. Not only in this league, in this conference or division. We are 1 of 1. Jalen Hurts is a 1 of 1. A.J. Brown is clearly a 1 of 1. We got several 1-on-1s on this team. Several dogs. And that's why you have us sitting at 6-1 right now, leading the conference, leading the division, going up against Washington next week, which I feel like we're going to have some fun in FedEx. But we still focused on yesterday's leftovers, like yesterday's food. Miami, appreciate y'all showing up, giving us the best y'all had, which was virtually nothing. But we appreciate y'all, because we definitely wanted to put on a show in front of the home crowd. And that's what we did. That's exactly what we did. Now, I did mention my man A.J. Brown, a historic run. Look right there. You see who he's tied with all time? We're talking about the guy who wears a gold jacket, Calvin Johnson. This is what A.J. Brown has been doing the last 5 games. If there's anybody playing receiver better than him right now, it was a guy that only put up 88 yards and a touchdown yesterday in Tyreek Hill. That's what he did yesterday, and he's been playing the best at that position all season. But if you're going to mention anybody in the same breath as Tyreek Hill, it's that dude right there. And yesterday, he showed us again why he's one of them ones. And we showed the world why we one of them ones. When you talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, put respect on my team. If not, just shut up. You have nothing to say anyway. Even if you're a Jets fan, y'all not 6-1. Y'all not threatening anybody in the playoffs. Y'all beat us. That's cool. That was last week. We on today's leftovers, yesterday's food. Yesterday was Miami. After today, we will be moving on to Washington. But today, we enjoy, we feast, and we revel in the glory of the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, appreciate y'all tuning in, tapping in. Continue to like, share, subscribe. Until the next time.